What's up, everyone? Happy new week. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing well myself, thank God. So I'm excited for this video. For the first timers, first of all, welcome. My name is Magaly. Subscribe and make sure you hit the notification button so you will always be notified every time I post a new video. For my faithful subscribers, all you guys are just like, y'all are just, I don't even have the words. You are the best. You are amazing, and I'm super grateful for all your support. I can't believe we are at 3,030 something subscribers. I believe that by August we are going to be by 5,000 subscribers. So make sure you always share the videos with your friends and your relatives. You never know who these videos might help. So I am excited for today's title, today's topic. It was actually a question from someone, and it's so funny because I was also going to do a video about this, and then somebody asked me the question, and I was like, okay, so I guess people want to know why I became, I decided to abstain from sex. So yeah, keep watching to know why. Alright, so the title for this message is going to be why I decided to abstain from sex. So 3 years ago in 2019 is when I decided to abstain, is when I actually decided to take my relationship with God seriously. I decided to take God seriously. I just didn't want to play, I just wanted to, I had just had enough of playing games and just really living my life anyhow. And I was like, if I'm gonna do this, I really want to do it, not just talk but just walk as well. I really want to live this life. And that's why I became I'm not saying celibate, because celibacy means it's never gonna happen, but I decided to abstain because obviously you're gonna find out the reasons in a little bit. But mainly it was also because of, if I start in John chapter 8 verse 32, it says, then you will know the truth and the truth will set you free. There's something that happens when the truth of God hits you, you are never the same. Literally, it's like, oh my gosh, I don't even know how I can describe it, but once the truth of God gets in your heart, in your soul, everything, you become a whole different person, like mentally, spiritually, physically. I'm telling you, when the truth of God really hits you and you receive it, because sometimes it will hit but we won't receive it, but when you are open to receive it, you will never be the same. So that's really what happened to me. And also, when Jesus was telling his disciples that you will, if you love me, then you will obey my command. So there's a possibility that you may have a relationship with someone who you don't love. There's so many, especially in these days, a lot of people are in relationships with people that they don't love. It's even possible for people to be married and there's no genuine love, and it's just like a marriage contract or something like that. But when you genuinely love someone, let's just put it in a, even here with us, when we genuinely love someone, we care for them, we are respectful to them, we are protective, we're attentive to their needs. So that's really genuine love. Is patient. It does not seek to please itself. It's always seeking to please others and to bring the best out of others. So I want to jump into 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 12. Let me tell you, this verse is one of my favorite verses, because every time people ask me why I don't do certain things, for example, they'll ask me, so you don't do this anymore? I'm like, yeah. Or they'll find something that I've probably never done and they'll ask me to do it, or they ask me why I don't do it. They'll think I'm being judgmental, but I'm not. So this verse is really what gives me confidence every day to feel like, hey, It's okay. I don't have to do what everybody else is doing. It's okay if I have to look weird. It is what it is, but at least I am being authentic to myself, and I'm being obedient to God. So in 1 Corinthians chapter 16 verse 12, it says, everything is permissible for me, but not all things are beneficial. Everything is permissible for me, but I will not be enslaved by anything. In other words, enslaved means like you will not be controlled or be mastered by, anything. So everything, we are allowed to do anything we want to do, but not everything is beneficial. You can do whatever you want, but there's an issue when we start being controlled by those things. So I am here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, yes, it is not easy to abstain from sex because obviously you're abstaining and waiting for marriage. I am not gonna lie. I am not gonna fake it here and pretend like it's easy. It is not easy, and especially around the holidays time, because everybody's booed up at that time, and you're just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? So it's not easy. I will not lie to you guys. However, the word of God is true when he says that he is our strength when we are weak. So if you try to do this thing on your own, definitely you're going to fail. Period. You're going to fail. But with God, it is possible. God has really entrusted us with so much strength that is beyond that what we think. And then when we allow him to lead us, there is absolutely nothing that can stop you. The problem starts when we start comparing ourselves, or we start listening to other voices other than the voice of God. Then that's when the danger starts coming. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have been judged. I have been criticized because I am very, vocal, and I'm standing on this. I have also dated some guys, and they'll be like, oh man, look, I respect that, but we can do, and I have had to, I've had to end some relationships, before even got far. I've had to end and stop, some relationships because of that. And let me tell you, I do not regret anyone that that I have that has not wanted to be with me because I was I'm abstaining. I don't regret that, because you are the person that I do not exactly want to be, that I do not need to be with, because the type of woman I am and the type of God-fearing woman, any God-fearing woman, we all know one thing, and even a God-fearing man, we all know, that the person you want to end up with, that you want to call your boyfriend, future husband, as a person who is committed, who fears God, and who's willing to obey God. Because when two people come together, even in marriage, it's not human beings human beings can only do so much. But one thing I know for sure, and that I've been able to see even with other relationships that have lasted, that I look up to today, the only thing that enables these people to keep going is the relationship they have with God. It's the fear they have for God. So I want to go right into it, but before I get into it, so I want to also share this other, because some people always ask, so tell us where in the Bible where it says it's not, we're not supposed to have sex before marriage. It's illegal. Listen, I believe in the Bible. I believe in the Word of God. Before I came to Christ, I tried everything, because I am the type of person who likes to do my own research. I like to experiment before I'm one of those people. And honestly, I grew up Catholic, and at one point in my life, I didn't want to do anything with Christianity because I was just tired of what I was always watching on TV, priests raping, young boys, and it's just like, I was like, I'm done with Christianity. If Christians are gonna be like this, then what's up, And then when I started, questioning and just living Christianity, I dabbled a little bit in New Age. I got some Buddha, whatever. I was, practicing, not all the way deep, but I had started practicing Buddhism, and, starting to read some books and listening to certain things, and New Age as well. until one day I was just really sad and really mad and really angry and had so many questions, because everything I was trying was, there was still a void in me that was not being filled. So I remember one day, it wasn't even a prayer. I was just so serious. I was like, God, if you're real, I really want you to reveal yourself to me. And I was like, Jesus, if you're really, really real, I'll never forget that. That was in 2018. I was like, Jesus, if you're real, you're gonna have to reveal yourself to me, because I'm done. I'm done. And January 25th, 2019, when I had that crazy spiritual moment, experience, I mean, that whole thing just changed me, you know. That's why I would never argue with anybody who thinks I'm crazy because I believe in God so much. I would never, because my experience was never their experience, and I can't really blame them for not really understanding me, because they're not supposed to get me. They didn't create me. So how you you think, first of all, you know, God is the one that knows our assignment, our calling, our purpose, and then he brings people. But still, it's not even our job to try to figure out people. Like, we are supposed to go through God to be able to understand each other. So I will never judge anybody. I will never argue with anyone, because we are all, at the end of the day, we'll all have choices. We all have a choice, and we're all entitled to our own opinion, and we just have to respect each and everyone's opinion and whatever choice they want to make, you know. Just gotta have loving and respectable relationship. But I just, you know, ask that if you respect my belief, I respect your belief, and let's live together. We can agree to disagree and still live together in peace, in harmony, you know, and still be cool. That is what life is about, you know. We don't have to come at each other and just, there's no need of negativity. There's no need of all of that just unnecessary, you know, dark energy. You know, so one thing I know for sure is that Jesus is real. Jesus saved my life, and if you haven't been saved, he wants to save you. He came for all of us, and he loves us. The number one thing that Jesus is love. He does not bring hate. He does not bring division. He brings love. He brings the truth, and he brings peace. Okay, so let's jump in right now. You know, and then the reason why I'm sharing this is because the benefit that I'm reaping, I don't want to keep it to myself. You know, the peace and the joy I have, I don't want to keep it to myself. Like, I don't want to keep it from you guys. I don't want to keep it from you sisters and brothers. I want all of us to experience the joy that is in Jesus Christ, in really living life right, trying our best, because that's all we have to do. We have to try our best. We have to be willing and leave the rest to God. All right, so number one is I decided to abstain because I wanted to obey and honor God, period. People might think, oh, maybe you're doing this for, you know, some other reason, you have another agenda. No, I don't have any other agenda. Like, I don't need to please anybody. I don't need no one's approval. The only approval I need is God's approval, and that's enough. Whatever that comes after is just a bonus. But God is who matters. Like, my relationship with God matters to me more than any other relationship. And I have so many people that I love and I care about so much. With my life experience is enough for me to know that God is real. Is enough evidence that I need to know that Jesus is real. So yeah, you know, most of the time we say, you know, that we love God and we are Christians, but then our actions don't match. Our words don't match our actions. So those two they have to work together. You know, words and action gotta be together. They have to be aligned. And when I look back, I have realized that God has been there for me in some times that was so difficult that I didn't even know what I was going to do. Even after today, like some days I wake up without knowing exactly what I'm going to do, but I would just be like, God, what do I do? And all of a sudden a thought will pop out of my head, and eventually in a few minutes or seconds I will know what to do. So number 2 is the reason why I decided to abstain from sex before marriage is self-control. I wanted to have self-control and self-mastery. I would say this: it's hard to lead all other areas of your life if you cannot lead yourself, if you cannot control your own desires. So we are always trying to change other people when the change really begins with us. So before you start changing someone else, first look at yourself in the mirror. Are you really in control of your own life? Are you really in control of your own mind, your own body? Are you in control of your own appetites, for example? We have 3 appetites. We have the sex appetite, the drink appetite, and food. And those 3 appetites are the reason why human beings, we usually mostly a lot of issues come from those 3 appetites. And we cannot manage those appetites, then how are we going to really manage anything, especially when it comes to sex? If you cannot manage your own sexual desires, how can you be a leader? Whether you're trying to be a leader in business, politics, any other areas of your life, whether it's in the church, ministry, whether it's parenting or stuff like that. First, we have to have that self-control, self-mastery, self-control, control your anger, control your words, what comes out of your mouth, what you allow to come into your ears, it's just, how often do you exercise, all those things, like how in control are you with your body, with your mind. Number 3 is self-respect. Honestly, we give so much respect to all things other people, but we don't respect ourselves. I genuinely think that when we are out there giving our bodies anyway, there is we don't have love, we don't have self-love, we don't have love and self-respect for ourselves, because our bodies, your body is your house. It's literally your house. It's really not the house that we have. The first home we have is our body. It's not the building that we live in. It's not the house, your apartment. That is the second home. That's your second home. Your first home is your body. So what are you allowing to come into your body and take care of your body? So self-respect and really honoring my spirit, my soul, and my body. Number 4 is I want to be a blessing to my future husband. I really want to be a blessing to the man I'm gonna marry. If I want to be a blessing to the man who's going to, marry me, then I have to honor my body. I have to respect my body. I have to have a good relationship with God. Number 5 is healing from ungodly soul ties. Yes, honey, because before Christ, I was living my life, okay? I was not living right. So I needed to heal, and I'm still healing today, guys. I'm not gonna say that I'm completely healed. There are so many things that I am still, God is restoring me every day. And for sure though, I am not the girl that I was 3 years ago. I am not. I'm a completely different human being. Mentally, spiritually, I'm a completely different woman. I'll say a lady, okay? And I'm saying this in the most humility, I'm saying this in the most humble way. I am not the girl I was 4 years ago. No, it's completely different. I'm a different person. I am still, my personality is still the same. I'm always goofy. I'm always, laughing, dancing. I'm always, but my approach on life and my perspective have changed for the better. And let me tell you guys, I'm not perfect. I have days where I'm down, I have days where I'm up. It's life. All of us have those days, right? But it's just like the attitude of knowing that at the end of the day, your moods do not define you. What defines you is what God says about you. Number 6 is I want. And this is something I even pray, I tell God, because let me tell you, I'm gonna be real, okay? Listen, having a relationship with God is all about being real with Him. So I have made it clear with Jesus that I would love to have that I want to have, and I'm going to have a good sex life with my future husband. So I have to, guess what? I have to, yes, maintain my body so that, when the time is right, it's gonna get down for good, you know what I'm saying? So I know, religious people here are gonna be uncomfortable, but let me tell you, listen, not everything gotta be spiritual, especially when it comes to a husband and a wife. It's not about, listen, God created sex. It was a good idea. He made it for those two, a husband and a wife, to enjoy it. Okay, so if you're uncomfortable, I'm sorry. God bless you. I love you. Number 7 is, oh Lord, of course, this is another benefit as well. This protects me from STDs, protects me from all, diseases. Like, I don't have to worry about catching an STD. I don't have to worry about catching anything because I am keeping my body, I am protecting myself from all STDs. Like, I know people say, oh, condoms protect. Honey, it's 99. 1% right there? Please, you really don't even want to give the devil that 1%, because all he needs is that 1% or just a crack in the window, and he will take he will literally take a mile. The devil, all he needs is an inch, and he will take a mile. So why play with the devil? Why really just make it so easy for him to really just ruin our lives? So number 8 is protecting myself from unplanned pregnancies. It's just like babies, children are the best, they are a blessing. However, if a child comes when you're not prepared, that could be also something that can be challenging at first, right? And it's not always easy to raise a child by yourself. It's actually never easy to raise a child by yourself. So and then just having a child with somebody that you're not sure, that has laid their life down and said, we are doing this together, we are both committed to each other through thick and thin, through sicknesses, through health, then man, it's just tough. It's really tough. And especially I grew up as my grandmother raised me, and thank God there was some uncles around us, but I know how hard it is to raise children. It's not easy. And then you're also protecting, abstaining from sex. You're also protecting yourself from, you don't have to have an abortion. I know people are complaining about abortion being illegal. Yes, of course it should be illegal. Let me tell you, do you think killing children is good? Killing a human being, if it's all about choice, human rights, people's choice, then how about getting vaccination, like vaccinated, like COVID vaccinated, vaccination? Isn't that my body, my choice? Like, come on, we gotta stop being hypocrites. Another thing is, if we all about our choice, my body, my choice, then abortion is even worse, because we are taking away the choice of an unborn child, who I'm sure will be alive, will be like, no, I don't want to die. So it's too deep, man. This actually, I'm so sensitive about this subject, because let's not go there, because it hurts me, it breaks me. We are so selfish that we want to have all the pleasure we want, but then kill innocent children because we want to just have pleasure, but not take responsibility of what comes out of that. Number 9 is, I decided to abstain because honestly, it's also a way of self-care and really caring about my mental health. As women, we are so emotional by nature, and having to jump from one relationship to another one to like that, it really takes a hold on our mental health as women. If you're a brother and you're watching this, so if you think that you're going from one girl to another girl and you're just having fun, trust me, you are really damaging those girls. Some of the girls will not say it, they will just take the pain and hold on to the pain, but believe me, you're really hurting them. And then guess what? Some of them will probably go ahead and hurt the other guy who's actually a good guy, because of the one who's hurt them. And then they're gonna think that every man is a bad man. Or even guys, you might think one woman will do you wrong and you would think that all the women are bad. So we just gotta do the right thing, man. Let's do the right thing. Let's be good. So the final reason, which is the 10th reason that I decided to abstain from sex before marriage, is that I want to live in my purpose. I want to pursue my purpose. I want to use all my energy to really become the woman God called me to be. So I needed to be I want to be whole. And in order for me to be whole means that I have to live the life that is honoring to God. I need to not just give my energy out there. I need to put all that sexual energy into my creativity, when it comes to even what I'm doing today right now, filming this, when it comes to my personal life, my journey, my business. I am actually working on a business. Yes, I can say it to you guys. So I'm getting ready to launch a business, and I'll be telling you guys very soon which type of business, but it's coming. And I'll tell you, I have never been able to do this if I had not first obeyed God and just really put all my energy to God, towards God, my relationship with God, and then really just bettering myself and becoming the best version of myself. So that's all I have for you. If you have any questions, please comment down below. And I really encourage everyone out there who's trying to try this and abstain. Let me tell you, if you've been feeling it in your heart, you hear the voice that keeps telling you, don't resist it. It is the best thing that can ever happen to you. There's definitely gonna be some challenges. First of all, the tip that I would tell you, if you want to do it, you have to be, you have to not be afraid of rejection. Maybe I can talk about it, I can talk about that next time. You have to not be afraid of rejection, because if you're a man or woman, you might encounter women who'll be like, okay, I can't be with you because you're this. So you have to be willing to, and have the strength to let them go, because you really want to, be a person of character, person of moral, and your principles, and nothing comes before your principles and your relationship with God. So thank you for watching. I will see you all next time. Subscribe. Let's get to 5,000 subscribers. Listen, with your help, I can do it. So guys, help me out. Help me out. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.